On 4 News Now at 6, thousands of Spokane kids are heading back to school tomorrow and supplies are flying off the shelves. We'll show you which stores are struggling to keep up and what you need to know about the new app and school bus operator getting your child to school safe and on time. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. It is back to school time for kids across the inland Northwest, and that means you'll want to be sure you're driving slow through those school zones or be prepared to get hit with a hefty fine. Thanks for joining us on this Labor Day. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Spokane police say you should not drive faster than 20 miles an hour in school zones, and drivers need to yield to anyone trying to cross the street. Anyone caught speeding in a school zone could face up to a $450 fine. And with classes starting tomorrow for kids in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, that means instead of relaxing this holiday Monday, some parents were on a frantic search for school supplies. Marissa Rio shows us the shopping frenzy.
The parking lot here at the South Hill Target is pretty busy, and there are quite a few parents in the back to school section. A few of them say finding items for their kids today is a difficult task. The empty back to school shelves are hard to miss at Target. There are hardly any pens, highlighters, backpacks, or notebooks.
Everything is clearly picked over, and it's one of those things you want to be the parent that's always on top of it and gets it done very early on. But typically, I think most of us kind of get it done the day before, a couple days before, and everyone else has the same idea.
The only items a parent could easily find is a box of colored pencils or scissors. Parents from the Coeur d'Alene Public School District say other stores are also running low on supplies.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's hard to find stuff, and I'm kind of wishing I had started earlier.
A mom whose daughter already started school says she still needs supplies, and the limited amount of items are also expensive.
Specifically for a middle schooler, they needed a larger, like, trapper keeper kind of thing that zips to hold all of the spirals in. And so it's a fairly large notebook, but it was, $27 and there were only 3 colors left. So it felt like a lot after all of the other back to school shopping we've done.
If you still need to shop for back to school supplies, it's not too late. Office Depot is pretty much fully stocked on everything. Walmart also has a lot of items left. There's just not that many backpacks. A few parents tell me they will try to start their shopping a little bit earlier next year. Good luck to all the kids that start school tomorrow. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
It's not just parents spending more money on school supplies. Reports are showing teachers are digging deeper to meet their classroom needs out of pocket. That's according to the National Education Association, which is the largest teachers union in the U.S. It estimates that during this academic year, teachers will spend $800 or more out of pocket.
So for teachers, that's roughly 1 to 2 paychecks every school year that they're spending on buying supplies and stepping into the gap for these students.
Inflation isn't making anything easier, with the cost of crayons, pens, pencils up nearly 19% year over year. Something else that's new, some school bus services that are hitting the streets of Spokane tomorrow. Parents and students are going to use a new app that's showing where their kids are in real time. Peter Choi's in studio tonight to tell me all about this and all the other parents who are watching and how we can expect this to change the way that we send our kids to school.
Yeah, that's right, Kirsten. Knowing your kids' whereabouts could be a major concern every school year. The school bus company Zoom wants to create a better communication between students, parents, and the district. I spoke with Zoom's general manager today, who tells me her priority right now is to get students to the school.
Come on! We're very excited. We've been working around the clock to get ready for the school year.
A learning curve for many old and new drivers to get used to the new technology. General Manager Jennifer Seaver says that with the company's support, they were quickly able to be prepared for the new chapter.
Drive west on East Fairview Avenue. Then, in 800 feet, turn left onto East North Foothills.
She says with the new app, parents are now able to track down their children's real-time location from the moment they leave home to the time they get picked up by the bus.
We can actually send messages directly to the parents saying, hey, your bus is 30 minutes out. This is what's going on. They can look it up on the app and go, gosh, we're stop 5. and they're not even at stop 1. So that'll answer a lot more questions. So if they, don't call in, they don't really need to, because it's right there on the app.
Here's how it works. Students will tap their Zoom cards when they get on bus. Parents should be able to see information about where and when your kids are being picked up and dropped off.
And we want to focus on making sure that we have the visibility for students, the communication and the visibility for the school district, and that kids are where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there.
Don't worry, if students forget their cards in the morning, drivers can still add their information for them.
Very ready, very excited. My team is chomping at the bit to get it going.
Kirsten, if anyone has more questions or concerns, of course they probably have, is as the new school year begins, the general manager says that get in touch with the company at ridezoom.com and call customer service. You can find more information on our website, KXLY.com.
Ridezoom.com. All right.
Go check it out.
They're going to get quite a few inquiries, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's right.
Some parents are probably, just, as we saw in the previous story, just trying to find a backpack today. So navigating a new app is going to be a new challenge.
New challenge for sure.
Thanks, Peter.
Of course.
Well, the school year, new school, that's right. There's a new school in Spokane that's going to welcome its inaugural class. The new school is named after Carla Pepperzak, who is a Holocaust survivor and member of the Dutch Resistance. The school has specialty career education, courtyards for student activities and relaxation, and it also has resources for Holocaust education. This year, the school will be welcoming only 6th and 7th graders, with 8th grade starting in 2024. Still ahead, while many are celebrating the end of summer this Labor Day, hundreds are in the early stages of rebuilding their lives in Spokane County. Coming up, the story of a woman we met sifting through the remains of the kitchen she built by hand and the smile she wears moving forward.
Four News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
92.9 CZU.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, with new inventory rolling in every day and great financing options available, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall.
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back.
I just love fall. Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it. Peak fall achieved. DQ, happy tastes good.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
What's in a name? A question that has never had more relevance. First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
Why join UFCW 3000? I'm the lead person when we negotiate with employers for better wages, benefits, and working conditions.
I appreciate UFCW 3000 for making sure we have fair wages, health care, and a pension plan. Things every working person deserves.
Our website can both answer your questions and connect you with our team who can help you explore your union opportunities.
Along Silver Lake, families are picking through the rubble where their homes once stood, salvaging anything they can as they start to rebuild. We met one woman who spoke with us where the kitchen she built by hand once stood. Jordan Smith tells her story.
Well, we are in the early stages of rebuilding here in Medical Lake. I've seen families sifting through their homes that have now become unrecognizable because of the gray fire, including one woman named Kit, whose positivity and sense of humor is powering her forward as she sifts through what's left. We met Kit Holmsmith clearing out debris where her kitchen once stood, the kitchen she built with her own hands.
I learned everything from YouTube. Everything I learn, everything I think I know, it's from YouTube. I took every brain cell I had, and I never did get the drawers right. They always got stuck. Drawers are hard.
Like so many others, she had just minutes to grab the necessities as those flames inched towards her home. She laughed while thinking back to what she grabbed in the moment.
I didn't have any clothes. I grabbed a basket of yarn, wool yarn. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. Grab the yarn, no clothes.
The worst case scenario never crossed her mind.
It never occurred to me that it would actually burn my house down. I mean, nobody believed that. You know, when you grab your stuff and you get evacuated, in your mind, you're coming back in a couple hours.
But when she returned to the neighborhood, her home, one of the dozens along the street that burned down. For 16 years, she lived here, alongside what she described as the best neighbors she's ever had.
Like my dear friend across the street, she and I would swim a couple times a week together. She won't be coming back. So that's a hard one. I really will miss her.
Now, she's staying with her husband in their RV, but she's grateful for what she still has.
I have my husband, I have my boys, I have my grandkids. I don't need anything else. Well, I want stuff, but I don't need stuff.
She's filing claims through insurance, looking ahead to the next chapter.
It's in God's hands.
Yeah.
I figure God's teaching me something important. So I'm just trying to listen.
In Medical Lake, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
If you're still looking for ways to help victims of the Spokane County wildfires, take out your phone right now, open the camera and point it at your screen. This QR code will take you to a full list of ways you can help support our neighbors, not just by writing a check. Organizations need your help in other ways too. You can find this list by searching Here to Help on KXLY.com. Let's take a live look now at the Spokane Symphony concert at Comstock Park in the South Hill, all part of the Symphony's annual Labor Day concert. It's free and it's their way of saying goodbye to summer with songs from Broadway and Hollywood. Hosted by Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. And Chris, I'm almost whispering because I don't want to speak over the music.
It is amazing. We've got some Shostakovich going on right now, but there's going to be some Looney Tunes and Star Wars and all kinds of amazing music. A little preview of what's to come this Spokane Symphony season. And the weather, well, this is a little preview of what the week is going to be like. After some rain today, we are done with that for a while, but it is definitely going to be feeling like fall. Temperatures around the region right now are in the 60s, and we just barely made it into the 70s in Spokane, running a bit below average today. The last of some showers are coming to an end across the region, and we are going to be clearing out a little bit as we get into the evening. Your evening forecast cooling into the 60s this evening. Everyone here at the Symphony concert is pretty well bundled up with their sweatshirts and even some winter coats and blankets. It's going to be a very crisp start to school tomorrow morning. I will have your school day forecast coming up after just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. 4 News Now will be.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
And now, an announcement from America's #1 most watched morning show.
We've got a million good reasons for you to watch GMA this September.
Someone somewhere in America is about to get $1 million live on GMA.
Ah, you see how I did that? A million good reasons.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the Big Deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
I always get excited when my inventory looks this good.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer, and delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. See her triumphant story and prepare to be ecstatically blown away. Direct from Broadway. September 19th through 24th at First Interstate Center for the Arts.
Does your current roof have moss growing on it? Is it worn out or tattered? Have you recently seen the heat and electric bills going up? Then it may be time for you to get a new roof. From McVeigh Brothers. McVeigh Brothers is the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. We also have great financing options to help you out, like no money down and up to 12 years low interest financing. So you can get everything you want now and pay for it later. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall?
Let's go!
Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
Prostate cancer will kill close to 35,000 men in the U.S. this year. That's according to the American Cancer Society. But when the disease is detected early, the odds of survival are high. In honor of Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, Robin Nance has more on the warning signs and when it's time to get screened.
It's often called a silent killer. Prostate cancer can grow slowly over years before being discovered.
In general, most men will have no symptoms at all when they first are diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Dr. William DeHutt with the American Cancer Society says there can be prostate-related red flags, including difficulty urinating, multiple bathroom visits in the middle of the night, and the presence of blood in the urine. While these symptoms could also be something other than cancer, he says it's important to see a doctor.
It's actually more common as you become older. It's more common in blacks than whites. And it's more common if you have a family history or certain genetic mutations.
Prostate cancer is usually detected through a simple blood test and can be confirmed with an MRI, ultrasound, or biopsy. Screening recommendations vary based on risk. Those with average risk are advised to begin screening at age 50. Men at higher risk should start around 45. And those with the highest risk, with a strong family history of the disease, should start screening discussions around age 40.
If you find prostate cancer early, it can either be treated effectively where it doesn't come back, or oftentimes we actually can watch it for years and years without treatment and then only intervene when the cancer shows sign that it's becoming more aggressive or starting to grow.
Robin Nance, 4 News Now.
Still ahead on 4 News Now at 6, historic fan fail in the Black Desert trapped thousands at a popular music festival. The concerts surrounding, or the concerns rather, surrounding the festival next on 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
In the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where hard work meets rugged beauty, there's a family that relies on the best, relies on powerful Kubota tractors and personal equipment support. They stand for hard work and dedication, shown in their pastures and animals, From fertile valleys to steep hillsides, Adams Tractor is here to support the backbone of the Northwest. We are your trusted Kubota dealership with 5 locations to serve your needs. Visit adamstractor.com.
Fall fashion and family fun, all in one place. River Park Square.
There's something unusual about doing business with Idaho Central Credit Union. It's not something you can put your finger on. It's not something you can copy and mass produce. It's just the Idaho way. And that's the way we partner with your business. Welcome to Business Unusual, where how you do business is how we do business. Idaho Central Credit Union. Your business is our purpose.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years. And during the Labor Day sales event, we're offering great trade-in values. Plus a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in every day with great financing options. So you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. Clint Black and Craig Morgan fans, get your tickets now at ticketswest.com. Plan your fair fun at thespokanefair.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Par Lumber.
Can you name that tune? That's the Spokane Symphony playing its annual Labor Day concert at Comstock Park. Let's send it over now to Chris Crocker, who's not only a fan of the symphony, but she is also emceeing the event tonight.
Well, if you could name that tune, I would be very impressed. It is a beautiful tune, but it is a little more obscure. They're playing their hits, but they're also introducing the crowd to some new tunes as well. And this is one by Smetana, and it's about Prague, about Prague and the river that runs through it. Absolutely spectacular night. I love this event, and it was pretty empty when we first got here. We thought, oh my goodness, no one's coming because of the weather. And then as soon as the sun came out, the throngs arrived, and it is just as big a crowd as ever here at Comstock Park, and people are still showing up. There's about an hour left of free music, a lot of good tunes left to be heard from Dvorak, Strauss, Beethoven, Gershwin, Tchaikovsky, and all very exciting. They're also going to be introducing a new conductor, an assistant conductor, and a woman named Shira. And I believe that is the first time that they have had an assistant conductor that is a woman. And she is going to be conducting a piece dedicated to the first responders, firefighters, and all those affected by the recent fires by Mescogni. So we're looking forward to that in Intermezzo. And otherwise, everybody's just picnicking and being grateful that it is not pouring rain, because it certainly did that today. And I know a lot of people here were nervous. We weren't nervous in the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Center. However, we had our apps open and saw that it was going to end up to be a beautiful day. And it is going to be a beautiful first day of school for a lot of kids. Some kids, they're just heading back after the long Labor Day holiday. It's going to be a chilly start. Most locations will be down in the 40s tomorrow morning. Then we're heading up to a high in the mid-70s, just a little bit below average. A gradual warming trend in the 7-day forecast. We'll be getting up right around 80 degrees by the weekend, and then cool down again And I've got to, Kirsten, I know you're going to like this. Brian, can we turn around and show the kids playing real quick? There is a dance floor here at the Spokane Symphony out on the pitcher's mound here, where all the kids come and dance in the dirt and then hopefully go home and have a nice tub. Afterward, I thought you would like this, Kirsten, this particular scene. I could see Gwen coming and enjoying the music and doing a little dancing.
And yeah, needing a bath afterwards. That was on the list of things to do before the first day of school. Look at these kids. They are lucky that they're not rolling around in the mud. It's been a great night weather-wise.
You can't do this at the Fox Theater. They frown on this at the Fox Theater, so it's good. Another good reason for the free concerts here at Comstock Park.
Bring your kids with you. Let them enjoy. Oh, I love that. What a beautiful night. Around the nation tonight, the roads from Burning Man are open now. Thousands of festival goers were stranded in Nevada in the Black Desert after it was hit with 2 months worth of rain in a matter of hours, covering the ground in ankle-deep mud. CNN's Laura Aguirre explains the rising concerns about the environmental toll the festival may have had on the desert.
Burning Man festival goers call it the camp. Unseasonably heavy rain Saturday turned it into a massive deep mud pit. Many at the camp's outer edges were able to get out before roads were totally impassable.
If you're inside the inner camp, you're pretty much stuck.
I feel like people might be here till Thursday.
Despite the tough conditions, there's a strong spirit of community.
The organization asked us all to turn down the sound system, to ration food and water, and we are here happy. We don't want this to end.
We did it. We walked 6 miles.
Celebrity DJ and songwriter Diplo was among the masses who resorted to walking out over the weekend, at one point hitching a ride in a fan's pickup truck, along with comedian Chris Rock. Diplo posted that he made it to his show in D.C. Saturday night, an early exit that is catching heat from some of the other festival attendees.
And that kind of implanted in everyone's mind, if the B-rate celebrities can get out, then I can get out too.
And many others who did get out left behind a mess almost bigger than the mud.
They're leaving their entire campsites behind, ditching their cars, their trash, their tents. I'm afraid there won't be a Burning Man next year if we can't clean this up.
At the moment, some diehards are digging in, waiting for the mud to dry.
We're going to be stuck here maybe a couple extra days, and that's just one thing you kind of have to plan for when you come to Burning Man.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, tens of thousands of high chairs sold in the U.S. and Canada are being recalled. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says 83,000 Tommy brand chairs are a fall hazard. According to the recall, the bolts used to secure the seat to the base can become loose and allow the seat to detach. And there have been at least 24 reports of falls. 11 of them resulted in injuries. The company says anyone who wants to keep using the high chair can order a repair kit from them. And another alert to check your freezer for 245,000 pounds of Banquet frozen chicken strips meal recalled because they could contain pieces of plastic. The affected products should be thrown away or returned.
The rain hasn't put a damper on Labor Day celebrations here in Post Falls. Coming up next, we'll show you just how local union members are celebrating.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
I keep going, I'm a top-notch stresser, 1-2 stepper, still got the belt, don't buckle under pressure. I keep going, break it down.
The Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, making it fresh for you now 6 days a week. Come and see us.
We gave a real chef an expensive cocktail dress to wear to work to prove that Electrolux with Smart Boost technology offers the most effective stain removal. Because unlike other washers, only Smart Boost pre-mixes water and detergent for the best wash possible. There's clean, and then there's Electrolux Clean.
Pay no interest when paid in full in 12 months at Fred's Appliance.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Get your new appliance today.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Let's go! Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
Swept away, lost in the ocean.
My ring popped right off and fell into the ocean.
Next, Inside Edition, she thought her wedding ring was gone forever. How do you find a ring in the ocean?
My jaw dropped, and I was like, he found it.
Then, on Labor Day, we'll show you what it's like to have the most dangerous job in America, way up in the sky.
I don't think I get scared. I think it's more of a respect for how high you are.
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Good food and good music dished up at Camillin Park this afternoon for their annual Labor Day picnic celebration. The annual event is meant to be a thank you to union workers here in the Inland Northwest. Natalie Grant stopped by today and shares why union members say Labor Day is much more than a day off work.
Rain has been coming down here in Post Falls, but that hasn't put a damper on annual Labor Day celebrations here at Camillin Park for labor union members and their families. Those union members that I spoke to today say that today is about a celebration of brotherhood and sisterhood. And if you're looking to get involved in one of these careers, now is a great time to start. On Monday, more than 20 North Idaho and Eastern Washington labor unions were celebrated at an annual picnic in Post Falls. Workers like Mark Hansen enjoyed the live music, good food, and a sense of community. Hansen is part of UFCW 3000, a union that represents workers in many fields, ranging from healthcare to retail and grocery workers, just like him.
Yeah, I got in the grocery business when I was 16 years old.
Over the years, Hansen says he's gotten more involved with UFCW and is grateful for the role the union has played in his career.
It means that I have a voice in the ongoings of my employer with my workplace. You know, I have a vote in my wages, my retirement benefits, my health care.
Brad Cedarblum, president of the North Idaho Central Labor Council, who puts on the annual picnic, says while Labor Day is a day to relax, it's also a day to remember the role that unions have played when it comes to workers' rights.
You know, unions got the 8-hour day, got the weekend. People walked the picket line and actually died for those things. And that's what it's all about.
From nurses to firefighters, miners, and more, unions represent many different career paths. And people like Cedarblum encourage everyone to get involved, especially if you're considering a career in the trades field.
It's an excellent time right now. There is plenty of opportunities. The governor just started they call it a launch program in Idaho, giving $8,000 to people that get into the trades or into something that's not college.
Reporting in Post Falls, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Let's take a live look at Riverfront Park, where tonight is your last chance to check out the more than 60 food vendors at this year's favorite foodie festival, Pig Out in the Park. Another of our favorite Spokane traditions is the free concert put on by the Spokane Symphony in Comstock Park. Let's send it out to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker, the MC of tonight's event.
Oh, well, Kirsten, now we're listening to Dvorak and some Slavonic dances. It sounds incredible. What a crowd. And we are bundled up here, even though temperatures made it into the lower 70s, still in the 70s in many locations. With that little bit of the breeze and the sun setting fast, I see a lot of hats and full-on winter coats and a lot of folks with blankets, and they're drinking hot coffee and and bundling up. And we are going to have a very crisp start to the day tomorrow, too. Temperatures around the region, again, we are in the 60s and just barely into the 70s in many locations. This evening, we will be cooling off into the 60s with partly to mostly cloudy skies on our way to a morning low of 48 in Spokane. I'll tell you more about your back to work and school forecast and have more from Comstock Park in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. As we mark Labor Day, there are plenty of unhappy workers across several industries. Hollywood writers and actors striking, and the United Auto Workers getting close to walking out as talks with car makers show little progress. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports.
This Labor Day, less than 2 weeks remain before the United Auto Workers Union could hit the picket lines, possibly adding to what's already been a summer of strikes. 97% of UAW members voted to authorize a strike if a new deal isn't reached with Detroit's 3 automakers by September 14th.
We're fed up with seeing Big Three profits break the bank while we're breaking our backs.
The union is demanding higher wages, improved benefits, and cost of living wage bumps. All this as car manufacturers transition to producing more electric vehicles, which require fewer workers to assemble.
This is our time to take back what we're owed. Working together with the companies doesn't work for us.
President Biden is calling for a fair agreement, appointing a White House liaison between the union and automakers, hoping to help avert a strike.
Studios negotiate!
A strike in Detroit would only add to the recent wave of picket lines from the heartland to Hollywood. More than 170,000 actors and writers have been striking for months. Writers are reportedly considering a new offer from the studios after more than 3 months of striking. According to Bloomberg News, the concessions include an agreement not to replace writers with AI. Now, video games are in their crosshairs as SAG-AFTRA prepares to vote on an actor strike against the gaming industry. And back in July, UPS workers narrowly avoided a work stoppage that would have affected 300,000 jobs. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Besides being the unofficial end of summer, Labor Day is also one of the biggest shopping days of the year. Experts say this is typically a good time to get a deal on things like furniture and appliances. And you can also find great deals on end-of-season items like this 6-burner barbecue from Lowe's. It's not on your screen right now, but I can tell you it's $3.99.
I'm also seeing a lot of great end-of-summer clearance deals. So swimsuits, patio furniture, grills, summer clothing, and then it's also a good time to finish up the rest of your back to school shopping.
The Children's Place has a 5-pack of school uniform polos for $30, down from $75. The Gap, 40% off everything, and Target has 20% off apparel and accessories. For the first time in 20 years, the Washington State Cougars will take center stage on ABC Primetime. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti has a report from Pullman.
Thank you, my dear friend. Good evening, Spokane. On behalf of your hometown Idaho Central Credit Union Green Team, thank you for coming out tonight and supporting our...
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mr. Electric.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. I saved $100.
I saved $200.
Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. On living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses.
We saved $300.
Check out Doorbusters while they last.
Plus 4 years, no interest.
Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
At P1FCU, we're all about celebrating your wins, like finding an extra $10 in the wash.
Sweet.
or your team winning the championship.
And it's out of here. Yes! Woo!
Your wins add up, just like earning dividends in an Ascend checking account. So let's celebrate the wins together. Open your account at p1fcu.org/win. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Farming has always been a crucial part of the Inland Northwest. Syngenta is proud to bring you a tribute for our farmers.
Farmers take pride in producing the highest quality food possible. They work tirelessly despite the conditions each and every year to provide food, fiber, and fuel for the world through sustainable practices.
At Syngenta, we want to say thank you to all farmers for working together to adopt new technologies to enhance production.
Recognizing the backbone of our economy, a tribute for our farmers. Brought to you by Syngenta.
Next ET, we unlock our vault to spotlight Jennifer Aniston.
That's me.
Never-before-seen interviews that span 4 decades.
This does not happen.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Tuesday, an all-new season of Live with Kelly and Mark is here with Melissa Etheridge and a big week of stars with Jake Gyllenhaal, The Bachelorette, and Josh Gad.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Some gymnastics with their kids. Wow.
And this guy's my favorite. He is really enjoying the Star Wars music.
And he has his hat on. Perfect.
It's cold out here, Kirsten. We should all have our hats on.
Ready for back to school. What a great scene in the mosh pit tonight with Chris Crocker and the Symphony. We'll see you soon, Chris. Well, there's a looming fear for many students heading back to school, driven by a shortage of ADHD medications. The CDC estimates 6 million children between the ages of 3 and 17 have been diagnosed with ADHD. The condition can cause behavioral problems and can lead to poor performance in the classroom. TNN's Meg Terrell explains the impacts not having access to this kind of medication can have on students.
Packing up to start college, a time of nerves and anticipation.
I think I'm just most excited to get out into the world and see what I can do.
For Clara Pitts, headed off to her dream school, Brigham Young University, there's an added level of anxiety.
Welcome to ADHD Packing for College.
because the medicine she takes for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is part of a nationwide shortage.
It's just really scary not knowing if I'll have consistency in my medication.
It started last fall when one drug maker had a manufacturing delay, but it hasn't let up. Clara has had to switch from Adderall to another medication called Vyvanse, but some dosages of that drug have been hard to come by as well. All of this has made back-to-school season even more stressful for students like Clara and their families.
These young people often have difficulty paying attention, sitting still.
Columbia University's Dr. Warren Ng says treatment can have dramatic results.
It can really change a young person's life overnight. So they suddenly are able to do the work that they want to do, but are having difficulty focusing their attentions.
But relief from the shortage may not be coming soon. Prescription rates for the medicines are at record highs, up more than 45% in the U.S. over the last decade. A CDC study this year found an especially large jump in prescriptions for adults in the first year of the pandemic. Also complicating the picture, drugs like Adderall are stimulants, controlled substances the government says have a high potential for abuse. So the Drug Enforcement Administration sets limits on how much can be produced. But in a joint letter with the FDA last month, the DEA said manufacturers aren't producing as much as they're allowed to. Last year, they said there were about 1 billion more doses that they could have produced but did not, and said data for 2023 so far show a similar trend. For some, the shortage could mean dashed dreams.
A lot of young people that I've seen have just given up, that they've either just felt that it's too difficult. Maybe I shouldn't go to college, or maybe I shouldn't have this job.
Despite those worries, Clara is looking forward to school, planning on majoring in electrical engineering. But she worries not just for herself, but also others starting school with ADHD and struggling to find their medicines.
This is the first time that me and other people with ADHD are starting a new school year without our medication in some cases, and I think time is going to tell whether or not we sink or swim as a collective ADHD community.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
A lot of people just come down and relax. I think a good amount of people. I never know.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
At Parker Toyota, we believe in driving with confidence. Parker Toyota's certified pre-owned vehicles offer you affordability and dependability when buying your next Toyota.
We take the guesswork out of buying pre-owned because every Toyota certified vehicles goes through 160-point check by our trained technician.
Whether it's a stylish sedan or versatile SUV or a fuel-efficient hybrid, we have the largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles in the area.
See our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
At Mainstream, we know when your drain backs up, you need help fast. Call today for our $79 drain clearing special. In your neighborhood and ready to serve you when you need us most.
Electrical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Choose smart. Call the company with heart. Mainstream.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the sleep savings are on at Walker's Furniture.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year on all your favorite brands like Purple, Serta iComfort, and Beauty Rest mattress sets.
Plus, special 5 years no interest financing with no money down was brought in, as well as an additional $100 gift card with select sets sold. Plus, Walker's is also giving you an additional $100 off.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
Today through this Monday at Walker's.
Hi, I'm attorney Jim Hill.
And I'm attorney Matt Russell.
And after 10 years of helping the injured people of Spokane,
Russell and Hill have won lots of awards.
But at the end of the day, only one award really matters.
The award we get the insurance company to pay you. Russell and Hill.
I'm a proud WSU alum, and so working for a financial institution that supports WSU holds dear to my heart. What we're really excited about is this summer we're doing the Week of Welcome, and every year people look forward to this as we do a wonderful crop art, which welcomes all the students and entry to Pullman when they come in, they're ready for back to school.
VCU has been affiliated with the Crop Art Project since 2019, so this is our 5th year
working with Stan Hurd and WSU.
You know, when the students come, you can see them lined up for 27 miles coming in. Whoa, we're back, you know, hey, and everybody kind of connects a little bit.
It's really special to see a fun project like that come to life.
It's a visual representation of the support that VECU provides. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's something that connects all of our alumni and students across the country, not just here in Pullman. So that's what I love about it, honestly.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Steve Harwell, the former lead singer of Smash Mouth, has died. The band's manager said the singer, known for his hits like All Star, died at his home in Boise. Harwell had recently entered hospice care for liver failure. The band's hits include Walkin' on the Sun and I'm a Believer, featured in the hit movie Shrek. Harwell was 56 years old. The Washington State Cougars getting ready for one of their biggest home non-conference games ever this weekend when they welcome in the Wisconsin Badgers. But this will be much more than a game as Pullman takes center stage on the national level. Our Alex Crescenti has more from Martin Stadium.
It can't be understated how big the game this weekend will be for Washington State. Not only is Wisconsin coming to town, a Power 5 program that's ranked in the top 20 and all the tradition that comes with that, but there's going to be a lot happening outside of the game itself. The Cougs plan to honor former head coach Mike Leach, who passed away back in December and is widely regarded as the most successful coach in program history.
We're going to get an opportunity this Saturday to honor Coach Leach and his life and legacy here at Washington State. And I don't directly know or have ever come across Coach Leach, but I've had an opportunity to talk to a bunch of coaches that have been on our staff, obviously former players that have been here, and the impact Coach has made on their life. Just listening to those stories, if people talk about me that way when I'm done playing, I've been successful.
And it's not every day that there's a sellout in Pullman, but that's the official word as of Monday afternoon. So you can expect a rocking atmosphere when you enter on Saturday afternoon.
You come here to put yourself, and you want a program where these games matter, and you create opportunities for yourself. You do that as a team. I know it's early in the season, but what an opportunity. You know, so we get an opportunity to take advantage of everything going forward, but as a Coug fan base, to show up, to be loud, to have every seat be packed, not just list to sell out and not be there. I mean, there's a lot of things that matter for this game perceptionally for Washington State. So let's go do it, all of us.
And amongst all the other activities in Pullman this weekend will be the groundbreaking for the new indoor practice facility. That is a long time coming. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Today also marks the unofficial start to the presidential campaign season. Many Republican candidates have spent part of the holiday weekend in the first primary state. President Biden is also on the road in Pennsylvania, tackling concerns about his age ahead of a potential second term. This report comes to you from our nation's capital.
President Joe Biden at an official White House event in Philadelphia on Labor Day, sounding at times like he was at a re-election campaign rally. The 80-year-old addressing concerns about his age without even being asked.
The only thing that comes with age is a little bit of wisdom.
Biden also highlighting economic gains under his watch, including more than 13 million jobs he's created, and contrasting his record with that of former President Donald Trump without ever naming him.
When the last guy was here, you were shipping jobs to China.
Despite his 4 criminal indictments, new Wall Street Journal polling finds 59% of Republican voters backing Trump in his 3rd White House bid. Meantime, secretaries of state in a number of states, including New Hampshire, Maine, Arizona, and Michigan, say they have started to take steps to prepare for challenges to Trump appearing on the ballot due to Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which renders an elected official ineligible to hold public office if they've engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the U.S. Other Republican candidates are meeting voters face-to-face in New Hampshire as Trump remains notably absent.
I'm standing here because I believe different times call for different leadership.
Hey guys, good to see you guys.
38-year-old entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy seeing a boost after his first Republican debate appearance, where he held firm on his pledge to pardon Trump if he's elected and vote for him if he's the nominee. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reports the bipartisan political group No Labels is holding voter focus groups aimed at fielding a third-party unity presidential ticket. A No Labels senior advisor saying the end game isn't necessarily a ticket, but a voice for the common sense majority. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
4 crew members who undocked from the International Space Station on Sunday are now safely back on Earth. They splashed down off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida shortly after midnight. The capsule was traveling more than 17,000 miles an hour and used those parachutes you see on your screen to slow its descent. Inside, 2 NASA astronauts, an astronaut from the United Arab Emirates and a Russian cosmonaut, were protected by a heat shield, and they had been aboard the space station since March. During their stay, they were slated to oversee more than 200 science and tech projects. A couple of weather emergencies in news around the world. At least 44 people have been injured as a typhoon moves past Taiwan, according to the island's Ministry of Health and Welfare. More than 7,000 people were evacuated and nearly 50,000 homes were left without power.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Get $200 with a new checking account from Horizon Credit Union. We're here to guide you towards your dreams and put some extra cash in your pocket. Sign up in branch or online with the Get 200 promo code today.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just one day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
This is your summer to smile, to raise your glass and reconnect, to reel in the fun and serve up great times. To help you get ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic Summer of Smiles event. Right now, new patients without insurance get a free full exam and x-rays. Plus, everyone can get 20% off their treatment plan. But hurry, because while these summer savings won't last, the memories you make together will. Aspen Dental. Book today.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
Kylie and I are excited to show you the rugged good looks and adventurous spirit of this all-new Subaru Outback.
It has a roomy interior and almost 9 inches of ground clearance that make on or off-road driving fun.
Plus, Subaru's legendary safety features like symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology.
Visit ParkerSubaru.com or drop by the dealership to learn about our great selection of vehicles built for adventure, comfort, and safety.
See the Subaru Outback and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Are you ready to unleash the power of productivity? Get ready for the ultimate workhorse, the Kubota BX Series tractors at Adams Tractor. With a powerful engine, versatile attachments, and compact size, these tractors can tackle any job with ease. For a limited time, Adams Tractor is offering a special deal, 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Visit Adams Tractor today and unleash the power of the Kubota BX Series tractors. We have loads of tractors in stock. Get yours now.
Take a day off, skip Mondays, and be water-wise this summer.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene school districts start class tomorrow. What you need to know to be prepared for the first day of school, including what Spokane parents can expect from the new Zoom school bus services. There's a new app to navigate. There's a lot to learn. Join us tonight for Nightside starting at 11. And good luck, parents. I'm right there with you.